When you see this icon, pause the presentation. Restart when you're ready. The eSgoil National 5 Gaelic Learners course was developed with the help of the following bodies. Bheil Gàidhlig agad. Owning stuff and speaking languages. In this exercise, we're going to look at the way that you express possession in Gaelic. But we're also going to see how that helps us talk about our language skills, which we're starting to develop. Bheil Gàidhlig agad. Bheil Gàidhlig agad. And this is possibly the most important question that you will need to know in Gaelic. Now, there is no verb in Gaelic for have to show possession. Instead, you say that something is at you. So in this case, if you have a pen and paper, ha pewn agus paper acam. Ha pewn agus paper acam. Bheil car gorum agad. Do you have a blue car? So what we're using here is we're using prepositional pronouns, same as we did with Jane Tenna Mahorst, Shakal and Tenna Mahorom. In this case, we're also using acam and agad. Chanel ku ik ien achakat ike. John doesn't have a dog, but he has a cat. Chanel ku ik ien achakat ike. So this very important question, bheil Gàidhlig agad. Bheil Gàidhlig agad is one of the most important questions, especially for you as a learner, because it allows you to identify if someone speaks Gaelic, but also their level of Gaelic. And you should learn this question so that if you're in a sociable situation, you can put your Gaelic use without too much trouble. Always be frank and honest about your level of Gaelic, and then both of you and your conversation partner can be comfortable with attempting a certain amount of talk. And this is an important issue before we move on. As a learner, it's intimidating. If we're an adult learner or a teenager, it doesn't matter. It's quite scary. And we go in there and we almost don't want to speak to a learner. It's almost too easy to just go back to speaking in English. Or we may remember that Gaelic is a culture that's been really colonised, where there's been a lot of oppression, and there's a deep-seated embarrassment with some people to speak Gaelic to people they don't know who are also learners. And a good way to surmount that is just to be honest about the level of Gaelic that you have, and that will make it easier. What do you want to talk about? Make sure, are you just talking about the weather? Are you just talking about where you're staying? That type of stuff. And that will get you over that initial barrier. So bear that in mind. Bheil Gàidhlig agad. And we'll learn how to answer that and look at how we deal with learning language difficulties very shortly. So Cananan languages. Cananan. And here are some of the languages in Gaelic. Now, Gaelic or Gaelic, you'll sometimes hear people say the Gaelic. Gaelic or Gaelic are there. Ha Gaelic acam. Now, there's Gaelic na Héireann or Gaeilge, Gaelic na Héireann or Gaeilge, and there's Irish Gaelic, or sometimes known as Gaelic or Irish, which is the official language of the Republic of Ireland. And then there is the very small but growing again language of Gaeilge or Gaelic Vanine, Manx Gaelic, and it's steadily increasing in usage in the Isle of Man. And these three languages are all part of what we call the Q Celtic languages that are spoken. They are more distantly related to the P Celtic. That's Cornish, Welsh, Cumnish, and Cornish, I guess, Breton, and they are the P Celtic, but that's a conversation for another day. And then, of course, there's Berwa, ha Berwa acam. I've got English, ha Berwa acam, and we'll go through that. So ha Berwa acam, ha Gaelic acam. That's what I can say about myself. Now, most other languages just take the name of the country they're spoken in, or the country where they originated, and just add ish at the end. And the same way kind of go either un or ish is French, Dutch. In Gaelic, it's all pretty much, you do ish at the end. So you got Frangish, Geramaltish, Edeltish, Spantish. Frangish, Geramaltish, Edeltish, Spantish. And they're probably your four main languages which will appear in a exam paper. But you also have Sheenish, Chinese, Sheenish, so Sheena, Sheenish. Duitchish, Dutch, Duitchish. Portugalish, Portugalish. Niddivish, Soinish. And Russianish, no Russisch. Griegish, and of course Latvian. Latvian. So Berwa, Frangish, Gerimaltish, Edeltish, Spanish, Sheenish, Duitchish, Portugalish, Niddivish, Soinish, Russianish, Russisch, Griegish, Latvian. So if you have Polish, Polish. If you speak Hungarian, Ungarish, Turkish, Turkish, that kind of thing going forward. So anyway, that's the canon, the languages. And if you want to talk about your skills in these ones, the first one, of course, your question at the moment is, a bheil Gaelic agad. Now, you could say, ha mi fluente, I'm fluent. Ha mi fluente, just describing yourself, ha mi fluente. Or, chanel mi fluente, I'm not fluent. Chanel mi uabasoch fluente, I'm not terribly fluent. But how you reply is very simple. What you're saying is you have a lot of Gaelic at me. Ha moren Gaelic acum. A bheil Gaelic agad, ha moren Gaelic acum. I have a lot of Gaelic. And the same way that happens with orom. Jintenim aha orst, jintenim aha ear, jintenim aha ora. She calum and tenim aha ear. She mari and tenim aha ora. That prepositional pronoun changes depending on who you're talking about. So ha began Gaelic eiche, she has a little Gaelic. Ha began Gaelic eiche. Ha moren Gaelic acum, I've got a lot of Gaelic. Ha began Gaelic eiche, she has a little Gaelic. Ha Gaelic Leòr eiche, he has plenty Gaelic. Ha Gaelic Leòr eiche. That word Leòr meaning plenty, galore, as it's been translated into English. He doesn't have a word. Chanel fachel, word. Chanel fachel simbi, any words. Chanel fachel simbi ikke. He doesn't have a word. And ha rutbok Gaelic acum. That's more of a Leòr, a Lewis phrase, similar to Beck and Gaelic. Ha rutbok Gaelic acum. Ha rutbok Gaelic acum. So with Gaelic agad. Ha moren Gaelic acum. And again, there's these prepositional pronouns. Acum, agad, ige, eiche, akin, akav, achka. Acum, agad, ige, eiche, akin, akav, achka. And you only use prepositional pronouns when you don't use a person's name. So if John has a dog, ha cuig ieng. Ha cuig ieng. Mari has good Gaelic. Ha Gaelic va ik Mari. Ha Gaelic va ik Mari. Chanel Spanish ik dol agus Peggy. Chanel Spanish ik dol agus Peggy. Donald and Peggy don't have or speak Spanish. So here's a translation slide for you, and you might want to interhingig this. So he has French and a little Spanish. Ha Frangish agus began Spanish eiche. So have a go at this, and then you'll see the answers on the next slide once you've paused this and had a go at them. And there is the interhingi, ha Frangish agus began Spanish eiche, and go through all this. So just double check it and see how you're getting on with using this structure of ha, something acum. Remember, you can use chanel as well, and bheil for does they. Now, again, in discussing your learning, learning is a very important word to know. It looks difficult on the first one. It's probably a new sound to us, but it's hami ionnsachadh. Hami ionnsachadh. I am learning. Hami ionnsachadh Gaelic. I'm learning Gaelic. Hami ionnsachadh Berwa. I'm learning English. Hami ionnsachadh Frangish. I'm learning French. And as we go through that, now people might ask you this question: Catcha bheil ionnsachadh Gaelic? Where are you learning Gaelic? Catcha bheil ionnsachadh Gaelic? And if you're doing this on the through these things, you can say ha mi ionnsachadh Gaelic eSgoil. I'm learning Gaelic on eSgoil. Ha mi agúnsach Gaelic at eSgoil. But you could say ha mi agúnsach Gaelic alna Innernish. I'm learning Gaelic in Inverness. Ha mi agúnsach Gaelic alna Innernish. Ha mi agúnsach Gaelic eSgoil at the school. Ha mi agúnsach Gaelic alna Glasgow. I'm learning Gaelic in Glasgow. Ha mi agúnsach Gaelic alna Leòr. I'm learning Gaelic in Lewis. And so that agúnsach word, very important. Ha mi éireamh agúnsach Gaelic son. So another thing to do, this is a structure called the perfect tense, which you don't have to worry about how it's constructed at the moment. But learn this phrase, ha mi éireamh agúnsach Gaelic son bliana. I've been learning Gaelic for a year. Ha mi éireamh agúnsach Gaelic son da bliana. I've been learning Gaelic for 2 years. So there we have a whole thing. Ha mi agúnsach. Now, these are some reading exercises. I'll read them out just now so you can see them, but you can pause them and move on to pause it and then answer. Just read them, just translate them as well as you can. Smishe behak nikilehin, saum tu uust tu hami, ach hami furach an zijn jilan skia noch. Hami dal gu aardskal verstrie. Hami filente an een berla agus Gaelic. Ha more in Gaelic akam. Ha mi agúnsach Frankish an zijn skull. Ha fakkel na ga akam. She mark frisho en tenne ma ha orom. Ha mi furach ans egeristan. Agus ha mi dal gu aardskal la haber. Ha berla akam. Ha mi filente. Ha begen Gaelic akam. Ha mi agúnsach Gaelic an zijn skull. Ha mi agúnsach Frankish kudjoch. Chanjen mi filente idir. She katriana nik niekal en tenne ma ha orre. Ha furach an Canada. Rugigi an Toronto a chugigi an Albanoog. Ha Frankish agus berle eiche. Ha éireamh agúnsach Gaelic san 10 bliana. Ha guma filente inish. So pause and take your time translating these. Falchirash, Shona Fregerston, here's the answers to that previous slide. So you'll just see there a good mix of talking about where they're from and their language skills. Now, using the paragraphs that you've just translated, you can use that to help you do a skrivig, a writing exercise, and this is kind of building up more and more towards the level of National 5 writing. You're starting to bring in things about skills, in this case your language skills and what you've been learning, and also your educational history. So introduce yourself, say where you're from, where you live and where you go to school. State the language skills you have, include any language you've done in school or that you did do in school. And state your Gaelic skills, where you're learning it and your level of fluency. And you can use all the information there. Now, coping with language difficulties, again, this is really important. You try and pick up just a couple of these phrases to help you out. If you are in a situation where you're trying to use your Gaelic and you're struggling, then make sure that you let people know that and you ask for help. So, you can say, Chanel mi a tikshin, I don't understand. Chanel mi a tikshin. Chanel fisakam, I don't know. Chanel fisakam, never be afraid to say that you don't know. Kanshin eriesht, say that again. Sometimes we just need a bit of repetition. Kanshin eriesht. Can, say, kanshin, say that. Kanshin eriesht, say that again. Very important to use this one as well. The more you use these phrases, the less you have to turn to English, the better. If you can keep your head in a kind of a Gaelic mode, you will improve much quicker language. Cymmer a chanis mi, or cymmer a chanis tu X. So cymmer a chanis mi mobile phone on Gaelic. Phone live. Phone live. So cymmer a chanis mi, or cymmer a chanis tu. How do I say or how do you say? Gav malishgal. Excuse me. Gav malishgal. Ha mi a tikshin anish. I understand now. Ha mi a tikshin anish. Remember the good old one? Shug. Shug. Ah, shug. Just show that you understand as well. That's useful for the person you're talking to. Dé ha sin a cealthug. Dé ha sin a cealthug. What does that mean? What's the sense of that? Dé ha sin a cealthug. And there's also this pardon, balliw, balliv, balliv, or balliw, you'll hear both. Balliv or balliw, balliv. And if you look at the link at the bottom of this, or in Gaelic, there's a speaking our language where quite a few of these phrases are used. Now, there's another Gaelic verb, very useful, a bruin, and you'll have seen that used in a lot of headings when we do talks. A bruin actually means speaking. So, ha me a bruin Gaelic, I speak Gaelic. Although ha Gaelic acum is really the way to express that you have language, you do say ha me bruin Gaelic, I speak Gaelic. Ha me bruin ri iain, if you use ri with it, ha me a bruin ri iain. I'm speaking to John, ha me bruin ri iain. And there's also the word laversht, which you'll have maybe heard me use in other videos. Laversht is the Gaelic for talking. Ha me laversht, I'm talking. Or ha me janu laversht, I'm doing a talk. Ha me janu talk. So, bruin or laversht can be kind of used interchangeably. But your exam that you're going to do at the end of this will be laversht. So bruin, here's a wee bruin, and I want you to make up a role play with a partner if you can. Greet each other in Gaelic. Ask the person if they have Gaelic, if it's Gaelic agad. Ask a couple of questions in Gaelic, so something along the lines of Kimera how, Jane Tenema Catch Bheil Furoch, and then pretend there's, or you may encounter one, but put in a language difficult that they encounter. Oh, perhaps something like Chanyal me a tigshin, I don't understand. And the other person helps them. Kimera chanas me, Catch Bheil Furoch, oh, ha me a Furoch aln an Kimera chanas to Dundee. Oh, Dungee. Shug, ha me Furoch aln Dungee. And that's the type of thing you're talking about. Where maybe somebody's not sure of a word or something like that. And then finish off by saying tapala, tapalive, martian lath, martian life. So if you pause that, go through that. So perhaps I'll do a little version here. It's like, Matin va, oh Matin va, vel Gaelic agad. Ha beck in Gaelic acum, vel Gaelic agad ein. Oh, ha more in Gaelic acum. Gleva, Kimera how and you, ha mikama, tapalat. Jin tenem horst, oh, it's Misha Ruari. It's catch you furoch Ruari. Oh, can you me tigshin? Catch you a furoch. Can't you in east? Catch you a furoch. Oh, shug, ha me a furoch on Kimera chanas to Glasgow. Glasgow. Shug, ha me a furoch on Glasgow. Believe taplat, cherry. And there you go, that's that kind of example. I should have probably done different voices, but anyway. We're moving on to the next one. Avel pechta agad. Now, we can use that possession thing when we talk about owning anything. And if we want to talk about animals, we use the same pattern. So, avel pechta agad, avel pechta agad. Do you have a pet? Avel pechta agad. Now, pechta is an old Celtic word for a tame animal which came into English, which is nice that Gaelic is kind of giving a word. But there's also the word beach or beoch, and that's the Gaelic word for an animal. Beach is an animal. So to say I have a dog, you'd say haku akam, haku akam. If you had two cats, you'd say hada chat akam, hada chat akam. So the plural in Gaelic doesn't start properly until 3. You'll see how this works in a second. And hatri kurich akam, I have 3 sheep. Hatri kurich akam, haku akam, hada chat akam, hatri kurich akam. So here's the petichen, the pets. Ku is a dog. Kulan is a puppy. Kulan, ha ku akam, ha kulan akam. A cat akam, got a cat. But there's the guy for a kitten's a pishak. Then you have an esk, it's a fish. Eishk, fishes. Esk, fish. Eishk, fishes. Loch is a mouse. Loch is a mouse. Ratan is a rat. Ratan. Ishan or Iain is a bird. Ain or Iain. Ishan. And Eowyn is birds. Then we have nahar, if you're brave enough to have a snake, nahar. Ech is a horse. And there are two Gaelic words for a rabbit, cynionach and rabbage. Cynionach and rabbage. Garavuk is a guinea pig, garavuk. And a hamster is hamster. Petichen, plurals. Now, plurals in Gaelic can seem daunting because unlike English, where you usually use bang an S on the end of most nouns, well, if you do remember, there's sheep, deer, children, and of course, is it fish or fishes? There are different variations. So, if you look here, you'll kind of see some of the examples. Con is the guy for coo, con. And Culanan, puppies. So con, very regular in a way. Culanan, that's quite regular. Kech, kech. Pishakan, pishakan. Eishk, eishk. Uchain, uchain. Ratain, ratain. Ishanan, ishanan. Own, own. Narigen, narigen. Ich, ich. Kan je niet, kan je niet. Rabbagen, rabbagen. Garavuchen, garavuchen. Hamsteren, hamsteren. So what you'll maybe start to see there is how different there are quite a few different ways to do plurals. But one thing I would say is there's quite a lot of regularity. So if you see one that ends in ACH, usually it does this ich thing. Words that end in with a consonant, like a hard consonant, like an R or a K, they tend to be but that's not always the case. As in narichen, but anyway, there's a few there. So just be wary of them. But the pets, I must say, are a very good way to learn how plurals work. And try and remember it if you encounter a word that looks similar to it as you go through the course. Ederhengig, here's a little ederhengig for you. Just practice this one. So pause. Hadachu akam bran agus spot. Had carjaw. I have two dogs, Bran and Spot. They are friendly. So that's the first one done. Pause it, have a go at them. You'll see the answers on the next slide. Fajarash, here's the answers. If you want to look there, pause it and tick what you did. See how you get on. So Screeve, we've done a little bit about pets so far. We're going to do a little bit more, but if you want to write a couple of sentences about your pets, you can make it up. If you don't have a pet, you can try and describe them as well, using colours, adjectives, those types of things. So here's an example. Is mishetunachug, haku akam, she pepper in tenemaha ora, hai du agus bik, hai guma sonna, chanyeli mosoch ijer. Is mishetunachug, haku akam, she pepper in tenemaha ora, hai du agus bik, haikama sonna, chanyele mosoch ijer. So try and do a little paragraph about your pet. If you've got tons of pets, maybe just restrict this to a little bit of information about 2 or 3 at max. So pause it, have a go at writing something. Then we have beichen. Now that word beichen comes from the word for wife. So beichen is the Gaelic for animals. And you also have the word fiaich. Fiaich means wild, so fiag vea means wildlife, fiag vea. And the word fiaich comes from the Gaelic for deer, fiag, and you'll see that in a slide in a moment, fiag. But there's also the word anivian, and it's used for farm animals. And here's some very common farm animals, anivian. You have down the left, bo, cura, cearc, much. Bo, cura, cearc, much. And they have a plural now. There's a plural for bo. It's ba, ba. But what you'll tend to talk about is crow, cattle, crow. Curich, curich, cearcan, and muchcan. Now, sure, if you look at the male animals, these it's a bit like in English. The female animal tends to be the one that's used as the the default, like cow or sheep. But you have a tarav is a bull, tarav. A rude or a rhea is a ram. A cullach is a cockerel, cullach. And a tork is a boar. So there you are. Tarav, rude, rhea, cullach, tork. Bow, cúda, cearc, mook. Now, here's a big list of some bheil. We'll try not to say all of them, but if you look, there's quite a few of them. Just you can look at this phrase in your own time, but we'll say them all. Let's just go across the. We'll go across the top. Asal, cullach, callach, aiche, dúlach, dúlach, ceanfion, fiach, gew, túnach, biestgú, Leòr, Góir, Sineach or Madagrúag, Íoltach, Mahan, Monkey, Caval, Kangaroo, Fiorach, Leowin, Madagali, Tíger. Corrigríoch, Fiag, Rán, Echaine, Pekach, Appa, Ochasach, Dúlach Vrek, Snegen, Croscan, Crúbach or Porstan, Wascan or Mulavachach, Sharaf, Shark or Kerabin, Schengen, Brech or Bratan, Elevine, agus Gimoch. So that's a whole bunch of animals. Try and work out which ones were which. But just there, big list of animal vocabulary for you to things. Now, if you're looking at bheil, the parts of the animal, some of these things are things that we can translate to human anatomy quite shortly, but in another lesson. But at the moment, if you want to look at so look at the paw print, that's a spog. A spog here, he's got a paw. If you look at the coo, the coo has got a strawn for a nose, a cown for a head, and edible for a tail. Edible tail. So ha edible ear, ha cown ear, ha strawn ear. If you look at the cat, we're pointing out again, edible for a tail, spogan for paws. Then if we look at the cunyanoch or the rabbage in the middle, cuasan fata ear a cunyanoch. There's long ears on the rabbit. Look down at the fiag. Of course, there's cabir, or antlers cabir. That's an act tossing the caber. Anything that's big on like wood like that, and the cabers in your house as well. The rafters. Is that cassan, legs, cassan. Then we have the Leòr and the gop. If you have that word, gop is a beak. And same thing we say in Gaelic. We'll say dunda chap is more shut your gob, but the word gob in Scots comes from either that or that was it for the beak. Then you have skiahan, which is wings, skiahan, goes in there. And then we have over there un urkoch, a beishna scorig, a unicorn. So we've got edible there, cruven, hooves, cruven, and then we have urk, a horn, urk. But then we also have a screeve. We have read the poster for the missing pet. So we're going to put all that vocab we did about anatomy into place. And you'll see here, cú chal, lost chal, a lost dog, cú chal. And if you notice, we use in the same way we use it for hair and clothes and also for names. So here's a dog, a male dog, Gilas and Tenemaha Gilas meaning faithful, Gilas and Tenemaha Hai mea noch more, so he's kind of averagely big. Hai mea noch more. Hai down, he's brown. I guess ha edible fata he has a long tail. Ha edible fata Ha kuas and courage he's got short ears. I guess kassen fata kujoch and long legs. Also. Hai loch, I guess Karstjal, he's lovely and he's friendly. Some Gaelic dog names just in closing. We have Lua, Fast was the name of Rabbi Burns' dog. Gilas is another popular name. And Bran was the name of Finn McCool, the Celtic hero's dog. So what to do is look at Gilas' posted. See if you could do your own one about a pet that's gone missing. It could be any of the animals that we've done today even. It could be a leowen, it could be a lost lion. Leowen chal. But anyway, all we need to do in this lesson is say tap lat and tap live, and we'll see you in the next lesson.